Hello YouTubers, this is Krista Witch 2005. I told you in my cleansing, or in my traveling altar video, that I was going to do a video on using a pendulum. I have a tiger eye pendulum, which I looked up tiger eye in my big book of all kinds of gems and stones and stuff. And it actually says that tiger eye is for Capricorn, is one of the ones that has the sign of Capricorn, and maybe that's why I have such a good connection to it. I don't know. But first thing about pendulums, you can have a pendulum made out of just about anything. People have made them out of rings with a piece of thread or a chain. You can do it with almost anything. So what I would recommend is, if you do make your own, then it's fairly easy. Use about a 6-inch chain or 6-inch piece of thread, something like that, and then just hold it like this. And if you get the book by Richard Webster, it's called Pendulum Magic. It's a very good book, and I highly endorse it. Go out and get his book. It gives you so much information. And it's definitely one for the witchy library. So first thing that you do when you get a pendulum is you ask it to show you yes. Mine goes front to back, and then you ask it to show you no, and mine goes side to side. And then it's basically used for yes or no questions. You can use pendulums for scrying for people, like lost people. Or missing people. They've had stories of where people use a pendulum to go along a map, and it will actually show you the route that the person took. And you can use it for dowsing, like for water and all that, or you can use it for a spirit board. And you can also contact spirits with just using the pendulum regularly. It just takes a lot longer. You ask it a question, you have to go through the entire alphabet, and it'll give you a yes or no on the letter, and you just go from there. But it's so much easier using it with a spirit board. Like I said in my traveling altar video, I can make you one like this. Well, a wood burnt one that looks really nice. This is my first attempt at making one. I put my triquetra and my pentacle on there, and I wrote Blessed Be along the top. And the only thing I would need to know from you guys is, if you want one made, is which way does your pendulum go? Some people, their pendulums go in a clockwise motion. Some pendulums go in a counterclockwise motion for yes or no. Some people have them that they go in diagonals. And you can have it go any various way that you can think of. Mine goes front to back for yes, side to side for no. It goes counterclockwise for I don't want to say, and it goes clockwise for I don't know. Now, if yours goes this way or that way, it's going to get kind of creative down here. But if it's just a regular front to back, side to side, yes or no, then it's going to be fairly easy for me to do. And any way that you want it done, I can make it that way. Just let me know how your pendulum swings, pretty much, and what you would want printed on it, and what symbols that you would want on it. I'd probably write everything in Theban, except for the actual alphabet itself, unless you want it in Theban, which is really cool. I'm not in it for profit. If you want one made, just let me know. Most I'd probably charge you for is for shipping, which I may not even charge you for shipping, depending on how big it is. If it's freakishly huge, yeah, probably. But getting back to the spirit board, the way you use it is, well, the way I use it is I first ask if somebody's there, and if it's a yes answer, it'll go like this for me. And then I ask it to spell out its name. Now, the name of the spirit that resides in my apartment, his name's Oren. So it'll go to O, and then I'll say O, and then will go to R, and I'll say R, and by that time I'll just say, is this Oren? And then if it just stops and goes to yes, then I know, okay, hey Oren, how are you? And usually he'll say good or fine or something like that. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you ever use the Ouija board, you basically know the bare basics of this. The most that I can give on advice for using one of these is keep your hand pretty still. I mean, if you need to, kind of bring the part of the chain over so you're kind of holding it a little bit more still or steadily, or hold it like this, where you only have 2 fingers holding it at the very end, and just let it go, and just let it take you to whatever answer that it's supposed to take you to. Because if you force it, and you can force these very, very easily, then you're going to get a wrong reading, and you're going to be assuming something that's not correct. So just let your pendulum do the talking, and if you think you know what it's going to spell, you know, go ahead and say, is this what you're trying to say? And then if it says no, then say, okay, start all over again, and it'll start spelling out the word again. So, or ask it for whatever the next letter was in the series. So, it's pretty easy to use. Like I said, if you get Richard Webster's Pendulum Magic, it has so much more in there. You can look for lost objects, and it works somewhat well for me. My pendulum isn't great for finding lost objects, but it does work every once in a while. But this is one of the things that if you don't have a lot of room for anything, a pendulum is perfect to have. And you can actually print up, there's multiple websites out there. If you just if you type into Google, what did I type in? I think it was a spirit board or a pendulum board, then it'll come up with something similar to this, but usually it goes all the way around. If you want it all the way around, whenever I make it, I can make it like that too. It's fine. Whatever design you want, I can make it for you. And like I said, I'm going to wood burn one for myself, and I'll show you guys all that later. And but yeah, I'll wood burn you one. Like I said, it doesn't really cost you anything because I don't want to profit out of this. I do it because I like to do things for people. So let me know if you want one. You know, let me know your experiences with a spirit board, whether it be a Ouija board, which I can also make you one of those. I'll actually probably do a video of it, probably a little later, because I have the Stones series and the Chakra series coming up. So I will probably wait for a little while to do the Ouija board one, but I will show you my Ouija board one day. And that's basically it. So let me know your experiences with a spirit board or a Ouija board, and video responses are much welcomed. PMs, comments, ratings, subscriptions, all in the bottom bar. You know how it all works, probably better than I do. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.